Time for the 49ers Rush podcast.
Now, real quick, Philip, want to say thank you, man. Philip, I got to give it to my man, Philip. He crushes it. He knows what he is talking about. He gave us a nice gift here. He said, Brunskill is a versatile backup. Who said that? I know it was you, Phil. You've talked about that forever. I think that Brunskill's starter quality for sure, but it's kind of jack of all trades guy, right? Like whether he's a center or a guard or a tackle, he's good, but he's not Pro Bowl level. At least he hasn't shown us that currently. So yeah, I love Brunskill. I think he's the third best offensive lineman we have. Maybe
That's fair.
second.
That's fair. I'll just go third.
Yeah,
I'll go
McGlinchey.
third.
I'd put McGlinchey.
I'd put a healthy McGlinchey ahead of him. I've seen more consistent reps in pass pro sets out of McGlinchey, even though that's his weakness, right? Just straight kick sliding back in pass pro sets is a problem for Mike. But I think third is about where it should be because we don't know what Banks is, and Banks didn't beat him out last year for the job. So,
right.
You can't necessarily give it to Banks yet. I'm not going to give it to Brendel. I just won't do it. I am intrigued by what the Niners coaching staff sees in Brendel. I'm intrigued about what Forrester believes he can be in his system, especially since Forrester has coached him in multiple stops now, not just San Francisco. So, what are your thoughts on this? Are you really? Because I know this is a point of contention for a lot of the fan base.
Yeah.
Are you really that comfortable with a guy like Brendel going in to be the starting center for Trey Lance's rookie season, debut season, I guess, as the starting quarterback for the 49ers?
It bothers me a lot. And I really think that there's probably 2 to 3 positions that I feel exactly like this about: the center, the slot nickel, and the number 2 safety position, right? Which I'm a bigger Hufanga guy than most. And I don't think that that's as valuable a position as the other two. Slot corner, Darqueze Dennard seems to have that spot locked down, took almost all the first team reps, whatever. Like, all right, cool. But then you look at Brendel, that scares the hell out of me. Now, the good news I will say, okay, you just need a stopgap. I don't think anybody believes Brendel's going to be a 3-year starter at center for the 49ers. I don't think that's it at all. They have so many bodies behind him. They draft Nick Zakill, and you get Peter saying, oh, he has the athleticism and intelligence to play center for us. They draft Spencer Burford before that. Oh, he's a guy who could take snaps for us for sure. You've got Brunskill. Yeah, he's played center in the past as well. You've got all these guys, but the problem I have is none of them took snaps in camp at all. They got them at guards. And so I feel like they're like, okay, we're going to have Brendel and we're going to have Brunskill. And so
it's crazy, John. It's crazy.
Hold.
It is crazy, John. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense, right? Burford, guard reps. I thought he would transition better to guard in the NFL. Like that's what my thought process was watching him in the draft. He did some great things in college, especially at UTSA at the tackle position there, playing left tackle for him. It was good on film. I loved watching it, but thought, hey, he's probably going to translate better at the guard spot because there was some questionable stuff with pass pro, and in the run game, he's phenomenal. He's athletic. He gets up to second level. I love all that stuff about him. But questions there. Jalen Moore. Yes, we saw some stuff at the tackle spot from him a little bit last year, but I mean, the talks were they're going to move this guy inside and he's going to be a guard for the Niners. It's like, okay, cool. So it's like, okay, who are the tackle options then? Is it McKivitz? Is it Justin Skule? Are those the guys who have the heads up and the Niners coaching staff just believes those two are locked in? Because if that's the case and the coaching staff believes those two are locked in, that doesn't leave a whole lot of room for really anybody else. Zakelj is in trouble at that point. Burford is in trouble at that point. Donovan West, you are on the practice squad, if not even on the roster, right? Yeah. Jason Poe, nobody even knows what position he's really going to be playing.
Love me some Jason Poe, but yeah.
He's athletic as heck.
Not ready.
Not ready, though. You're right.
So here's my thing. If Brendel doesn't pan out, I think Brunskill slides over.
Agreed.
If Brunskill can't hold that, then you bring in a free agent or trade. You
have to.
And so I feel like there's options. And again, everybody wants to put out there J.C. Treader, who I respect and love and admire. He's incredible. I love what he does for the NFLPA, even though they lost a lot of teeth lately in that last CBA. But whatever, I digress. He's a guy that has been one of the most loud, outspoken people against OTAs, mini camps, and practicing in pads in what's it called? So, and this is a 30-year-old vet we're talking here.
With bad knees.
with bad knees. But he's sitting there, break glass in case of emergency. So there's options there. But you're right. Here's the reason why I hate it. Trayton Lance is stepping in, and you have not one new starter on the interior offensive line, but two. Because as you mentioned earlier, Lakin walked, got paid. Happy for him. Love to see a man get paid. But
It's true.
Aaron Banks, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts.
I mean, we watched him in camp last year, and that first day, the live opening day in Levi Stadium, the open practice, first time fans are in Levi's, and since the pandemic and since shutdown and no fans in stadiums, and its energy's electric. There were thousands. I mean, there were thousands. It was loud as heck. And Aaron Banks got taken to school by Maurice Hurst. He got absolutely embarrassed on that day, and it was one of those things where we had a video before, like 2 or 3 days before, talking specifically about position battle, Brunskill v. Banks. And we're like, we're going to be at camp. We'll get a better idea of where he's at and how he's feeling and how he's looking and yada, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And you get worked by Maurice Hurst. You get worked by Maurice Hurst with the second unit. And that second team, but I felt bad for Banks because the second team D-line for the 49ers is a first team D-line for most of the teams in the NFL. And you're coming in as a rookie going up against that. That's a problem. But it showed he wasn't ready.
And another thing too, I've been a part coaching on some of those teams where it's like, look, if you get through practice against these guys, the games are going to be easier because you're not going against Bosa, Kinlaw, Armstead, and just freaking cycling through these beasts. You just got to get through practice. Get through practice, the games are going to be easier. Now,